okay, you came to Romania by a small car, and I assume that the journey was not so convenient. So, how was your journey from Hillsong and to come to Bucharest? It must be really adventure to be survived or to find the free. What was the major difficulties or struggle to come because you are leaving your home and the family and town? It's like the Abraham left, not like Abraham left Genesis 12. So it must be very sad for you to leave your home.
Нам очень сложно было решиться, да, потому что в Херсоне нету каких-то таких преследований пока что. Вот, а нам в любом случае надо было пересекать линию соприкосновения фронта.
It was a difficult choice to make because, as we've said, there is no much harsh persecution within the city so far. Well, we don't know what will happen next, but at the moment when we left, there was no shelling or bombing in the city itself. And we realized that if we go out, we'll have to cross the line where Ukrainians meet Russians, which means we can get into crossfire or something like that. So it was a tough choice.
Да, и мы знаем, что некоторые люди, много случаев мы не знаем, но некоторые люди действительно попадали под расстрел.
We don't know many cases, but we do know some when people were caught in crossfire there when they were trying to evacuate, because there is no official pathway, no ceasefire agreements or anything. Anybody who leaves Kherson does so at his own risk and at his own decision.
И это было очень сложное решение, но мы видели, что ситуация постепенно становится хуже в Херсоне, и мы решили, что мы не будем ждать, пока будет совсем плохо.
So it was a very difficult choice to make, but at the same time we saw that the situation within Kherson deteriorates. It's getting worse and worse daily, and we decided that we shouldn't wait until it comes to, point of no return and the point where we wouldn't be able to leave or anything like that. So we decided to go while we can.
How did you provide the fuel to your car?
That was one of provisions, I guess. I had my tank filled up full the night before the war started. And when the war started, I decided, well, I won't go anywhere. I'll walk around. I'll save it up in case I'll need it. There were places where you could get gas in the city, but usually you would line up for, hours.
Yes.
And you'll get only half of your tank full. Like they would allow only 20 liters, 5 gallons per car, no matter how large or small the car was. So that was how we got out.
Which border are you crossed over?
We crossed this Isache. It was Ukrainian and Romanian border.
By ship?
Yeah, it was a ferry.
It was ferry.
Yeah, it has a ferry for the cars as well, so we crossed.
How many kilometers from Hillsong to Isacha?
Oh, I don't know how many from Kherson to Isacha. I know that we...
How many days, or just one day or a few hours?
It took us 7 hours to get to Nikolaev. Usually it's 14 minutes, maybe an hour. We took a detour. We had to go through the fields, along the irrigation canals, all those type of roads. It was not a road in a, common sense. So, it took us 7 hours instead of an hour. It took us another 5 hours to get to Odessa.
To get to Odessa?
Yeah, so in our first day we covered 12 hours of driving. We stayed overnight in Odessa. And the next day, we didn't start off early because we wanted some papers sorted out, but couldn't do that in Odessa, it turned out. So I think we were at the border by around 7. So we caught the 7:30 ferry that took us across to Romania.